Good morning, or good morning, good evening. It's 7 o'clock on Monday night, time for Create with me. I hope you've had a great Monday and that you cut your paper and you're ready to stamp with me. I'm checking here to see if we've got, just realized I forgot to put my other shirt back on, so I wasn't all white, and white, but yeah, forgot that. Good thing you won't be looking at me for very long tonight. I don't know about you, but how about that Chiefs game last night? I chose to wear red, white, and some black today just to let everybody know that I was supporting my Chiefs. And fun thing, we all get to wear jeans the rest of the week to celebrate at school. And if you're a teacher, you get this. If you're not, you probably won't get it, but getting to wear jeans is just a huge, amazing, fun thing because normally we dress up every day, so it's fun. All right, looks like we're live. If I can see some comments here. Doesn't want to show comments. Well, we'll see, maybe it'll show up here on my screen. All right, I'm going to go ahead and switch it around. And I'm hoping my recording works tonight. Sorry about that. I usually check that before I start. Had major issues with recordings lately that I think it's recording, and as it goes to save after I've done the live, Zoom shuts down. Well, when it shuts down, then it stops the recording and then I don't have anything to record. So I'm trying something a little different tonight that I hope will work. So let's get started. So I want to use Amazing Otters tonight. This is free with a $50 order. And they just make me smile, like I put in the description. They're just so cute. This little guy's holding his fish like he's so proud and happy of himself, popping out of the water, just saying hi. I like the "You Are Otterly Awesome," and it's birthday time. We are also going to be using some of the Simply Marvelous paper. This stuff is gorgeous. Look at the pattern on the back. And of course, I'm using the blue one because I want some water for my otters. And then I told you also that I was using the rectangle die from the painted labels dies. Never dreamt when we bought that set, what, a year and a half ago, how much I would use the dies in the stamp set. But these are definitely well loved. And then I told you to have a piece of cardstock like that. 4 strips of designer series paper. Looks like I got 5 there. These are 3 3/4 by 1 inch. I think that I got those dimensions right. There's my rectangle. And then I'm going to use just a real thin strip of cardstock to stamp my greeting. And then I've got another little strip there to put behind it for some backing. So hopefully you have some paper ready and you're ready to create with me. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab my scorer, and I'm going to score this at 4 1/4. This one, I know you're shocked, is actually just a normal fold tonight. I've been doing a lot of fun folds, but this is just a normal one. So put that away. Grab my bone folder and go ahead and score this so we have a nice front. All right. So you guys want to be surprised what it looks like, or you like to see what it is? Tell me in the comments whether you want me to show you or you want to see it at the very end. My good friend, Sharon Armstrong, she has something that she does with her customers where she just gives them instructions. Like she'll say, put this strip 1/4 of an inch from the fold, or do this and that. And then at the end, they get to see what she's created. So when I first started doing this, that's kind of what I was doing. But then I had some people say, oh, I'd kind of like to know what it's going to look like before I start. So we'll see what the majority vote is tonight, what you guys think. So hopefully I can see comments here if they come in. All right, so there are 4 strips And you don't want them straight. You want it to just kind of be fun, whimsical look. And for me, that's difficult because I always like to try to line things up. So what I did to try and make it spaced out halfway decent is I did my 2 outside pieces first. So we want to spread these out so they're all 4 spread out somewhat evenly. So I'm going to start. It's kind of sad to cover up this other side of the paper because it's really cool too. I was watching somebody's presentation today and they said they thought this is what it looked like on the top of the water. And then this is more like what's on if you were looking in the water. So I don't know, kind of an interesting idea. All right, I don't want them straight. I don't want them all going the same direction. You want it to kind of look like you just threw them down on, and I told you I was going to do it this way, didn't I? All right, so let's see. I don't want to go that way. Okay, we'll go like that. Then I'm going to fill in these 2 spaces. Trying to look to see. Okay. Kind of go like that. And then we're going to come back in with this one and do it so it comes off. I want to pull this up a little bit. You don't want them in a straight line. You want them to look kind of like pick up sticks, the game where you just kind of throw them down. That's what I want anyway, and what I think looks really good. All right, so there we go, just real whimsical. All right, here's my piece that I cut out. So I've got some fun things coming up, and I definitely wanted to mention them tonight because deadlines are approaching. And I'm going to use my little guy that's holding the fish, and I'm going to stamp in Memento ink because I want to color him. So get him inked up. Lay him on my rectangle. There we go. It looks pretty cute. And while I have this, I'm going to grab this piece here, and I'm going to use it's birthday time. This is Balmy Blue, and I'm going to add sorry, I was checking to see if there are any comments. I'm using It's Birthday Time out of the stamp set. There you go, you can see it up there on this little piece. So hopefully you've got just a little piece. I think in my instructions, I told you to have some designer series paper and then have 2 coordinating colors. So with mine, I chose to use the Balmy Blue and the Misty Moonlight for these colors. Now I'm going to color my little guy. And I don't know how many of you have purchased the blends. I know I have a lot of them, but I'm not real good with using them. And one of my club members mentioned that she'd really like some instruction on how to color with our blends. And I have a very good friend who's awesome at coloring with alcohol-based markers. And so on February 3rd, she's going to teach a class here at my house using our blends. If you're a club member already, you get to come for free. If not, you need to either pay $25 or place a $35 order to come to the class. And I have just a few spots left. So if you'd be interested in that, make sure you reach out to me. And I am using this one here is the light cinnamon cider. But one thing we're really excited about is starting February 1st, I believe it's the 1st, we are going to have some skin colored blends. So let me show them to you here. We have 5 different colors. This one here is 900, and there's a light and a dark. And then we have this one is 400. Don't really know the names. I guess I haven't done a lot of research in it. I'm just going to show you all the different colors that we're going to have for skin colors. Aren't those awesome? So starting February 1st, you can get those. So if you wanted to come to the blends class, you could actually order all the blends, and that would take color of the order for what you needed to order. And then you'd have some more blends that you could use to color with. I love how they don't leave lines like the markers do. And we have a color lifter so that if you get ink where you don't want it, you can lift the ink back off. So Kathy's going to come and we're going to learn how to color. And then I will have some cards designed so that you can do some coloring and create cards as well. So that's Thursday, February 3rd at 3:30. So let me know if you're interested in that. I remember when I first started going to my uplines meetings, we would have swaps and I would take swaps, and one of my friends commented, she goes, you know, you always bring cards that have to be colored. And I was like, that's because I love to color. It's one of my favorite things. So every time I start coloring a lot of cards, I think of her because she noticed right away that coloring was something I really enjoyed. And I'm anxious to learn how to do the shadowing and mixing colors together. So I had her come to a team meeting quite a while ago, way before COVID. And I was so busy getting ready for the next part of the meeting that I didn't really get to color and learn from her. So I was very excited when my club member said, hey, can we do this? And I called my friend and she said she would do it. So I'm just going to add a little bit in here, try to give it a little bit of texture. So there's my little guy. And then I'm going to do his nose. Kind of messed up. I meant to use the light cinnamon cider and I used the dark to color him. And then I thought my little fish would be cute in pink. I'm going to grab some petal pink and color the little fish he's holding. I guess I'd kind of be like salmon. I don't know. Isn't that cute? And then I wanted to make sure it looked like water. So I used my Misty Moonlight to just add a little bit of water here. There we go. It'd be fun. They just make me smile. Okay, so now I got him done. Now we're going to come back over here and I want him to be floating on top of this. So I'm going to use some dimensionals. This coming Saturday, I'm going to be at Bikes, Burgers, and Ice Cream. It's here in Bonner. And we are going to be making cards from the card kits that Stampin' Up! Offers. And I've got several of them on hand. So if you haven't RSVP'd yet, you can still come and create with us. And my intention is that to just spend time together, have a good time visiting. And the card kits are designed kind of like our paper pumpkins, where they are pretty easy cards to create. So you don't have to think really hard. There aren't hard techniques that you're trying to learn how to do. Those are for other classes. So this is a way, and that's why I say cards and conversation. I want you to come, be able to craft a little while, visit with friends, and then take some projects home. And the neat thing with our kits is that all the pieces in the kits you keep. So if you're working and you have so much fun talking, you don't get much done, it's okay, you take it home with you. You'll have all the supplies that you need to make the cards. And I have to show you, I didn't cut far enough. I got our newest kit in the mail this week. I just have to show you, it's so fun. I ordered 2 of them, so I have an extra one if it's one you think you'd enjoy making this Saturday. All right, I'm going to put that on there. So hopefully you're creating along with me. You've got your strips, you've stamped your image, you've got your little greeting. And because this is water, I love these iridescent, I think they're called dots. I meant to look that up, I forgot. So I'm going to add some sparkle here because when you have water and the sun, you always get those reflections. So let's see. I think I'll go one here. I like to do it in threes. What's nice about these is there's 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4, no, maybe 3 different sizes. So you've got different sizes there as well. And let me grab an inside piece. I've been trying really hard to, when I do the outside of a card, do the inside, because I hate it when I'm looking for a card to send and I have the front done and I didn't do the back. Then it's like, then I got to sit down and do some more stamping. And since this card, I kind of made it like he's floating in the water, I'm going to add this little guy popping up out of the water. Isn't that fun? And then I pulled the other stamp that goes in this set is "You Are Utterly Awesome." So I'm going to stamp that in the blue on the inside of the card. So I have that ready. Oh, looks like I got something on. Sticky fingers. I've had a terrible time lately of getting ink where I don't want it. I'm sure some of you can relate to that. I'm going to ink my little guy again. All right, so while he's drying and I'm getting ready to color, let me show you this kit. So this one is called Light the Candles. And I'll put this up here so you can see it. There's a stamp set. Get it the right way. It says, "Happy, happy birthday. Hip, hip, hooray. Light the candles and make a wish." Then there's some little star type things, some dots, some more greetings. You get an ink spot. This one's Coastal Cabana that goes with it. And look at these fun cards. Oh, I can't wait to play with this. It's got birthday cake and pieces so you can see it's going to pop up. And then it's got the candles here that'll be ready to pop up. Envelopes are decorated. You get some gems here, it looks like, some and a block. And all of this is for you to keep. So you'll make 8 cards, and it is 20. Oh my gosh, I should have looked these up. You should have an email on it. This set here is a $19 set. And then I add enough that I cover your adhesives, and I provide some ice cream for you at the class. I provide everything you need. So you just need to come. It includes the shipping and the tax. And this is super embarrassing. I can't remember the cost. Let me see if I can find it real quick. There are also kits that there is no stamping. So it's just pieces that you can put together. Those cards are kits are $25 if you do one like this where it's got the stamp sets, the stamping spot, the kit. It includes your shipping, your tax, ice cream. I provide the adhesive to put it together. Or if you order one that doesn't have any stamping in it, so it's just got pieces and parts for you to put together, those kits are $17. So that is this coming Saturday. It's at 1 o'clock at Bike's Burgers in Bonner. And oh, I'd love for you to come. I just am so anxious to spend time with people and just enjoy being together. And so I really hope you'll consider coming out and joining me. Okay, so I'm going to color. I think I'll do these here. This little guy. I've got 2 other designs to show you. I actually came home from school today and had a little time to stamp. So I wanted to come up with a couple other ideas for you. So I'm again going to do the lines of the water. I'm going to start doing things a little bit different. February is the last month for this club. So we'll finish February with club. And then I'm going to try just some different classes. So I'm going to design some card kit classes. I'm going to use the these sets. I want to give you a heads up. So one of them will be using this set here. It's called Abstract Beauty, and it's got these stickers and designer series paper and envelopes with card bases. So that'll be one of the classes I'll be putting together. Then I'm going to do another one with this set, and it is the Heart and Home Memories and More envelopes, and then pieces, and there's designer series paper. You'll be able to come to class and use my stamp set to make all the cards, but then you'll get to keep the papers and go home and create more. So it'll be a great way for you to get us some supplies of cards. I don't know about you, but it seems like so often I need a card and I go in and I just can't find what I need. So I'm hoping to design some cards that are pretty much open-ended, so you can use them for any occasion. So those will be starting. I'll do one in March and one in April. And my masculine class, we had a really good time last week making our masculine cards. I thought they turned out really well. The ladies did a great job. All right, so there's the inside of my little guy. We're going to put it on the inside of the card, and then I'll show you my other two cards that I made. This Amazingly Otters is free with a $50 order. And I don't know about you, but I don't have trouble finding $50 worth of stuff I wanted. That is not something I struggle with for sure. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead, put my name on the back. I opened one and then I inked the other one. How's that? And remember, if you stamp your name on the back, make sure that you have one of the little C's with the circle and Stampin' Up. If you're using Stampin' Up product, you're welcome to sell your cards, but Stampin' Up asks that you give Stampin' Up credit for the design, for the stamp sets and stuff. All right, there you go. There's one of them. Here I did him with just a little bit different colors, pretty much the same card. Just use different colors for him. I think I used soft suede on that one. Then I turned it the other way and I used from that same painted labels set. I used this round circle here. And I used one in Misty Moonlight and then the white one so I could stamp him and color him, and use the pencil just to fill in. And I want to highlight this little set. I don't know if you've seen this in the mini catalog. All right, where'd it go? Did you see this set? I think this is so fun because you stamp and it's got the outside and then the greeting stays white. Kind of like the tree set that I did that we used in the class this last week for our masculine card. So see you ink up the outside and then the inside stays white. And so it's the same thing with these. This is called Lucky You, and it's in the mini catalog, which I think is really cool. And then I decided to go with the little girl. That's another free with a $50 order. This one's called Catching Butterflies. And you see her with her net and then the butterflies. And I like this. You make my heart happy. So this one, again, I used from the Rainbows, which is another free item, Sunshine and Rainbows, 6x6 papers. You get this whole pack free with a $50 order. And she's with a $50 order. And so I got to color her again. And I used some of that skin tone that I was telling you about, that I used the SU 900, it's called, for her skin. Isn't she cute? And then I used the little butterflies on the inside. So super fun. The hard part with Celebration only being 2 months is that we have to use everything so quickly before they're gone. So I'm going to try to highlight a lot of the Celebration sets the first part of February so that you can see all the great items. Wanted to remind you that Stamp Camp's coming up. It is February 12th, And we will be stamping at the VFW in Baser. Here's one of the cards you're going to make. There's that little otter again. And we're going to use a circle for a template as a shadow there. And then I keep changing my mind on that one, and I didn't lay my other one here. I think we're doing this one. Is this the one I told you? I have to go back and look. Isn't that awful? I've changed my mind so many times. You're going to do a tulip card. I know that. And then we're going to use the otters for my 2 cards. Half of the projects I've been able to share with you. You should have an email for that. And then our masculine card class is coming up. I warned you I was going to start offering a lot of classes once I could get back to stamping. And this masculine class will be February 18th. Here's 2 of the cards we're going to do. Here's one of them. And here's another one with the bear. And you're going to learn how to use a clear block. So I used this and I made that. So I'll get to show you how to do that. And see, that one I didn't make an inside. So those are 2 of the masculines. We'll have 3 cards and you'll make 2 of each. So you'll go home with 6 cards. And that's February 18th. All right. So let me go back to tonight. Create with me. There's 1. Here's 2. And we'll go with the one I made while you were watching. There's my 3rd one. If you place an order and it's under $150, I'd really appreciate it if you'd use the host code. That helps me buy supplies that I can use in my demonstrations and in our classes and stuff. If your order's over $150, make sure you take advantage of the hostess benefits. Every $50 you spend, you get a free item. Tonight I showed you 3. There's this one. I showed you 4. The otters, the Simply Marvelous paper, and the rainbow paper, Sunshine and Rainbows. So those are 4 of the items that are available. Thank you so much for joining me. Please, please, please share your creations with me. Even if it's 2 weeks from now, you finally use this template. Take a picture, post it underneath my video because I would love to see what you create. Place an order before my video next Monday night. I will make you a card kit for all 3 of these for a $35 order. So if you place a $35 order between now and when I go live at 7 o'clock next Monday, you will get in a package from me that will have all these pieces cut and ready for you to create these same cards. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me double check. Last time I checked, there weren't any comments or questions. I think we're good. Thank you so much for joining me. Have an awesome week. I will see you next Monday night at 7.